before seeing very interesting table, verse of the Torah. So this is part of the news. Jerusalem Post. Israel is now working towards the opening of an Israeli embassy in Bahrain, according to a foreign ministry official. So we know quite well what happened. Peace treaty with Emirates and Bahrain, and very likely more others. And this is in fact to do with a prophecy, verse of our Torah. So let us see what the Torah says about Ishmael and Isaac, Yitzchak. So this is what is written about the burial of Abraham. So it's written there that Isaac and Ishmael, his sons, buried him. So Rabbi tells us because the word Isaac and Ishmael, Isaac is written first, from this we gather that Ishmael repented of his evil ways. This is a Baba Batra 16b. This is a tractate. And heir to residence to Isaac. This is what it meant by the good old age, mentioned in connection with Abraham. This is Genesis, Rabbah, the Medrash, but the verses, as you can see in the Torah 25:9. Amazingly, says the Khatam Sofer, if you remember, he spoke about this year, coming year. He says it indicating that in the end of days, Ishmael's attitude to Israel will be changed. Unbelievable. The Khatam Sofer on this portion. So let us see now the table, very significant. And I explain you why. The first thing, it comes in one book. And we mentioned many times that this program that was done by Dr. Alexander Rattenberg himself says if it is in one book, definitely significant. Also, it speaks about good meetings. Especially this book is against our millennia, the Vilna Gaon says. So, few chapters really, for so many verses. So what we have in these verses really, in the Torah, which is a blueprint of creation. So the first thing I looked for the peace treaties, what is going on now with the Emirates and the Bahrain and very likely more. So I looked for the best meeting in the Torah, the word nation of Ishmael, which is Im Ishmael, the nation of Ishmael, peace, right? Peace, amazing. So what's more important in this table, what I was looking for, if the verses are connected, and definitely what are the other verses which definitely fit with the time. So the first thing I was looking for Messiah, because we are now in the end of days. No doubt we are in a time that's preparing for the Messiah. So I found Messiah here, Messiah, very near to the nation of Ishmael, with peace. Then I saw also very interesting another time Messiah, here Messiah and Messiah here. And interesting is because we know we are now in the time Messiah, son of Joseph, then will come son of Jesse. And in fact, Mendel Kesson says that there are three messiahs. There are also Donald Trump, because like Cyrus, who appears here, you can see Cyrus. He was called Messiah of God. He was helping Israel to get back their land, which God promised them. Exactly what Donald Trump does, recognizing Jerusalem, believing in the prophecies of the Bible, which says that Jews will come back to their land. Even he said that he believes that he was elected from heaven by God. So it is interesting to see the best meeting of, in fact, the right expression is here, im Ishmael, with the nation of Ishmael. That's im, the nation of Ishmael, and coming with Elijah, coming with Messiah, and even this year, 5781, with the Arab countries, peace parallel. But there are conditions also here. We know quite well that to get peace, proper peace, we need keeping the Sabbath. Therefore, the Lord your God has commanded you to observe the Sabbath day, as we mentioned many times. And another one also, which says, therefore, you keep the commandments of the Lord your God, walk in the ways and favor him. So, no doubt that all this table very significant. But you know what is the most important? Who was paving the way? Okay, it was definitely Donald Trump who helped a lot for it, but in fact, we know quite well now that Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, was working very hard to open the way for this, many years. Now the story is so known. So, no doubt that the appearance of Netanyahu here, far away from being coincidence, so the Netanyahu coming here with, as we said, im Ishmael, with the nation of Ishmael, peace, no doubt this is why he comes here. Then we have Cyrus, because today Donald Trump is like the Cyrus, as we said. We have Messiah twice, son of Joseph. We have the days. And the most important, if we want this to last properly, we have to keep the Sabbath, to keep the commandments. So you see quite well what is going on in Israel. The leftists doing everything to disturb Netanyahu, to cause him trouble, because this was the Satan. He's the left, like the Democrat in the state, against the Torah. All the laws, the laws against the Torah, homosexuality, abortion, all these things, one man married. Definitely, this which disturbs, this is why, unfortunately, so many demonstrations in Israel against Netanyahu and so on, because this is a Satan. But the truth is, as I said, and I brought in YouTube that Netanyahu have also sparks of Messiah of Joseph, because he is also helping Israel. He is really building all these peace treaties with, and before all these years, as the Lubavitcher Rebbe said, they will rule up till Messiah. But we know quite well that the darkness is very strong before the light, and this was the darkness of those leftists and all this against Netanyahu. Definitely, this is the darkness before the light. So we are very close to the light, 5781, and no doubt that what we see now is part of the end of days, as really our rabbis tell us many years ago, that from the fact that Ishmael is a precedence to Isaac, so this means that in good old age, and our rabbis tell us many times that what happened to our forefathers in the past is indication to what is going to be in the end of days. So very interesting and significant table, no doubt, with the time that we are living now. Hoping the people will understand that only the Torah, commandments, keeping the Torah, will bring us peace, eternal peace. No problems from those ones we are fighting against this and doing everything to disturb. But this is the sign that we are very, very near to the Messiah. This is the Arab rabbis, the mixed multitude, which are unfortunately doing a lot of troubles to the Orthodox Jews, to the Torah, but this is part of the end of the Satan, of the evil forces.